Yeah, it's really the passing of the torch, the turning of a page.
Yeah.
I remember coming in and Jason Peters was here, Todd Harriman's, Evan Mathis. Those guys were
Yeah.
the betters, at least for the offensive line. And, I watched how they conducted business and how they handled their careers and how they played the game and try to just be that for the young guys. Try to be a good teacher, try to encourage them and help them become better football players.
We'll know a lot about that locker room, certainly, because he's a part of that locker room. Lane Johnson is joining us right now. Gunnar, whatever he finished up, he did it quickly, and I'm sure it was mainly to talk to you.
Lane, I was just talking you up a little while ago about you are honest as the day is long. What people don't know is you texted me a few minutes ago and said, hey, D-Gun, I have something to do first, and then I'll join you. And I'm thinking, why does he have to do this? So here's what he had to do. He had to take rookies to the hotel. Why did you have to take rookies to the hotel? You're a veteran.
Yeah, they didn't have a ride, man. It was the Raven and Casey Tucker, so it was that's why I'm in the dark right now. I'm in the parking lot.
I was going to ask if you were kidnapped. I hope everything's okay.
Safe and sound, but that's exactly what happened.
Hey, look, man. Look, don't they have like a shuttle bus to take players to the hotel? Don't they have younger
Uber?
players who are not? Yeah, or Uber. A cab or something?
Yeah, sometimes they got things to do, man.
But see, that's what I was just saying about Lane Johnson. He's honest as the day is long, but he'll go out of his way for you. He will tell it like it is. Sometimes it's a little bit more colorful than other times, but you wouldn't love him any other way than he is right now.
Mm-hmm. Certainly. No, I absolutely agree with that. And Lane, I got to ask you this. I mean, you're in the dark now, but you were under the bright lights tonight at Lincoln Financial Field, first time in a long time with fans in the stands. What was it like to get things back underway?
Yeah, man, it felt weird just being out there, after missing a lot of games last year. I'm next to Brandon Brooks, who missed last year, and then we're out there with fans who weren't there last year. So it was really felt like a comeback to football moment for, I think, everybody involved. So it was good. I thought our first couple of drives were good with the first team offense, and looking forward to next week and trying to keep stacking days.
Certainly, and one of the things that really impressed me, we were talking about it earlier, Nick Sirianni, it's of course his pro debut as a head football coach, also calling plays into Shane Steichen, who's calling it into the offense here with Jalen Hurts. It was a very clean game for you guys. What went into that?
Yeah, I mean, I think going in preseason, I think a lot of coaches are pretty vanilla with what we do, but we had a pretty good game plan. We knew we wanted to air it out. I think, with some of the receivers we have and trying to get the line back to what we are and just try to show that. And I think we did the first two drives. We didn't run it that much. We were steadily gaining yards. Dallas had a few big plays, Zach. So really, I just felt like it was pretty good all around, but we weren't in very long. And, next week we'll have at least a quarter or two to play some more.
Hey, Lane, what was it like having Brandon Brooks to your left side again?
Man, it felt normal. Just being with him before the game, I know he was just thankful. We're thankful to be with each other, playing next to each other. And, when you're injured and you're out of it for a little bit, you take this game for granted sometimes. And you just miss being out there playing. So it felt good to get out there and get ready to do it some more.
Mm-hmm. With all the different people that you've played with and the guys filling in for Brandon Brooks, does it just kind of click when you're so familiar with the player, even though he hasn't been there in a while?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we've had so many reps day in, day out, practice over the years, and just knowing each other as a person. I mean, I feel like we're pretty similar wavelengths as far as how we approach the game and how we conduct our business. So, yeah, man, when we're out there, I really don't have to say a whole lot. I mean, I know what he's going to give me, and I think he knows what I want to give him. And well, we worked well together as a team for the past few years, and looking to have a huge year this year.
I want Devin to jump in here, but Lane, before she gets in, I want to ask you this real quick. We were talking about this moments ago about the change in culture, and what I said was this: last year, especially in the latter part of the season, it became almost abysmal. The losses were piling up, the injuries were piling up, all the rumors about Carson Wentz butting heads with Doug Peterson. Carson Wentz didn't want to be here, and you guys finished the season 4-11-1. and how the culture has changed. Can you tell me how much the culture has changed, the atmosphere has changed since you've made the transition now to Nick Sirianni, his coaching staff, and their philosophies?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have a season like that, there's going to be lots of pieces coming in and out over the next year. But I think the way Coach Sirianni really approached the offseason, I mean, he stated he wanted competition, and really everything we do, man, there's, offenses competing against defense, coaches are competing against coaches, and usually, he charts every practice. So wins, losses in practice. We go back and watch practice tape as a team, point out stuff that maybe somebody messed up on, and some good plays that people did good on. And then if somebody makes a mistake one practice, he'll show them correcting it the next practice. So, I think with how he conducts his business, he commands, I've said this before, he commands a lot of attention, from the veteran players all the way down. And so when you can hold anybody, any player accountable at any time, I think that puts you in the best, spot for success.
Deegan, you kind of introed me and then stole my question. I was going to ask that exact thing.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's cool. We'll improvise here. Yeah. So I know you can't tell us exactly what was said, but I know it's a preseason game, so a loss isn't actually a loss. But what was said in the locker room, moving forward, what are you guys looking forward to next, and what needs maybe improvement? What was good? Yep.
He just reminded us, hey man, we're all still in training camp. This is a part of the training camp experience. So going to go back and look at the tape. Tomorrow's the day off, and the next day have a good chance to break down the film and keep stacking days. We have another day of full pads, and then we have a joint practice with the Patriots. So really, he just reminded us where we're at, what the mission is to improve and get better, and take the game one game at a time. And so that's what we're doing.
Can you tell us real quick anything on Miles Sanders? Is he okay? He's one of the few starters that did not dress tonight.
Yeah, Miles is fine.
Yeah. Okay, just making sure. So you offer people rides back to hotels. You let people work out at your bro barn, whatever you want to call it. Is there anything you don't do?
I guess I need to get an Uber. Start.
Four-star rating. 4-star rating for you. Yeah. Maybe 5. Maybe I'll go 5.
30. It may have been less than that.
We obviously love what we saw from the offense tonight. How is Jalen Hurts in the huddle? This is his team right now, as they always say about starting quarterbacks. He's QB1. I know he hasn't been officially named the starter. How was he commanding the huddle?
I mean, really, no different than practice. I mean, he's very serious when it comes to being on the field. Really, that's what he does. I think he has a calming presence to him, and what he can do, run out of the pocket, extending plays. That's huge, and it creates headaches for the defense and creates matchups that you look for. So, man, he's done well. He had a good night tonight, at least from my point of view. The few drives that we're in, and keep progressing. But yeah, we're awfully proud of him.
It wasn't that long ago that you were one of the younger guys in the locker room. Now you're like one of the elder statesmen in the locker room. Is it kind of weird for you to now be looked upon as one of the guys to set the tone each and every day in that locker room because you're surrounded by so many young guys there?
Yeah, it's really the passing of the torch, the turning of a page.
Yeah.
I remember coming in and Jason Peters was here, Todd Harriman's, Evan Mathis. Those guys were the betters, at least for the offensive line. And, I watched how they conducted business and how they handled their careers and how they played the game and try to just be that for the young guys. Try to be a good teacher, try to encourage them and help them become better football players. And it's pretty easy when you got Coach Stoutland as a coach, man. He does a phenomenal job with everybody, getting everybody to play. But, man, as they're getting older, just keep coaching these young guys up.
You mentioned the word vanilla in terms of the game tonight earlier, and some of the feedback I've seen just on socials and from reporters is that the play calling was a bit basic. Again, it's a preseason game. Can fans expect spicier play calling when the regular season comes around?
Yeah, that's just appetizer. You got to wait till the main course.
Okay. Just had to check. Just had to confirm.
Yeah. Hey, that bubble screen is all I need for now. That's that bubble screen was like some nice mozzarella sticks right before everything else.
Yeah, getting warmed up.
Lane, last one for me anyway. This is a question that I've been meaning to ask you for quite some time, and I don't know why it's burned in my brain. But you and Brandon Brooks were leaving the NovaCare complex one time, and Gunnar, you and I might have been standing outside.
Yeah.
And I know I was standing outside, and you walked by, and you say, "Here comes Forrest and Bubba." Is that officially a nickname for the two of you, or is that just a one-time thing?
That was just something to make y'all laugh. We've had Timon and Pumbaa. We've had Pinky in the Brain. Y'all can figure out who's Pinky and who's the Brain. So,
oh my goodness,
gave us that name, Pinky in the Brain.
Wait, who gave that to you?
Jason Peters.
Jeez. Oh my goodness.
Too good, Gunnar. Too good.
I told you, man, Lane is the man. That's why, and I can't thank him enough for doing this. He didn't have to do this, and he said he would help us out each and every week throughout the regular season. I tell you what, this dude here is one of my all-time favorites for a lot of reasons, but if he gives you his word, he'll stick to it.
Hey, shout out to Trey and John Runyon getting tonight. I know that was huge, and Trey was there whenever I first got to the Eagles, taught me a whole lot, and man, he was a super duper athlete. Him and John. So shout out to them.
Hey, did you get a chance to talk to John Runyon? Because you should have been kissing up to him. Maybe he'll go easy on you if you have to get a fine sometime throughout the course of this season. You should have been sucking up to him, man, tonight.
Yeah, I saw him in pregame warmups, and that was it. I don't know where he disappeared to. He's 6'5", so you think it'd be easy about him, but he's not too far from it.
Oh, man.
Lane, again, can't thank you enough for coming on with us, and I hope your kidnappers are treating you well.
Yeah, they are. They let me ride home.
Very good. The great Lane Johnson joining us here on the live post-game show. Thank you, Lane. All right, talk to you again soon. I mean, again, we literally just teased how funny the guy is, how honest the guy is.
I told you.
And checked every box.
Yeah.
I think he's playing with a few less brain cells than most. Well, Mark, you and I, we don't have many left as it is.
No.
So he fits right in with this crew.
He certainly does. What a pleasure speaking to Lane Johnson, of course, Philadelphia Eagles right tackle.
Oh,
and when we come back, we have talked about that offense a lot, and I'm sure we'll talk about them again. But it's time to focus on a couple of particular defensive outputs we saw from some Philadelphia Eagles in tonight's preseason opener. We'll be back in just a minute on Live Postgame Show.